君が目にしてる世界それって本当かい今正しい答え誰が決める女神が弾いたコイン何かが変わるサインゴールまでの長い距離に一歩踏み出す時だろう運命なんてよ決めちゃいないひらめきを信じなくちゃやるならガンガン攻めようぜ逃げてちゃ将来だって後悔前を向いて汗をかいてほらその涙にシャウト逆転しようぜジャスティス絶対絶命もチャンスどんな愛もどんな夢も取りに行こうきっと勝ちに行こう
Pig's right. Justice for all.
It's March 22nd. The countdown ended.
Adrian did it.
That's what it looks like.
Dude, no way. That woman couldn't do anything like that.
In court today, there will be a mountain of evidence that will implicate you.
A mountain of evidence.
I'm certain there is someone out there trying very hard to pin this whole thing on you.
Please, Mr. Lawyer. Dude, like I said yesterday. I'm refreshing like a spring breeze, alright? I can't let any sort of scandal ruin that.
I understand.
Oh, is this, Edgeworth? Well, it's almost time. No, it's Mia.
Mia.
Close enough.
Mommy.
You must get a complete acquittal today.
I know. I can't focus on Maya's situation right now. Or Pearl's either. No matter what, I have to focus on winning this case by the end of the day.
Indeed. Well, let's get going.
Beep, beep, beep. It's him. This is Phoenix.
Good morning. This is Mr. Attorney. This is it, Mr. Attorney. The day of the trial.
Maya. She's unharmed, right?
Well, when I checked on her earlier this morning, she, seemed a bit, how we shall say, tired.
Holy shit, he ran her over with a car.
Don't worry, people don't die that easily. Besides, what you really should be concentrating on is winning today's trial. For myself, you must win today's trial. Which is why I sent you a little present this morning.
Present? What in the world could you want to give me?
You'll figure it out once the trial opens, even if you don't like my gift. I expect you graciously accept it and win the day's contest, if you please.
Wait! Just go out there and Maya's head is on the judge's stand. Like, Mr. Wright, this is a present for you.
Mr. Lawyer Dude, who was that?
No one. It was nothing to do with you, so forget you heard anything.
Dude, did your nose just get longer?
Ha, like Pinocchio.
That's not his name. No, the countdown.
Holy shit. 3, 2, 2. It's gone up.
Court is now in session for the trial of Matt on guard. Are the prosecution and defense ready?
The defense is ready, Your Honor. He killed her! Holy shit!
But I say, Mr. Nick, whatever happened to Miss Von Karma?
I don't know, Your Honor. Why are you getting mad at me?
Your Honor!
Please be quiet, Balif. Court is in session. Fucking shut up. Fucking I hate you. If you must tell me something, tell me later. No, what is it?
Prosecutor, this morning, Miss Von Karma was shot by an unknown gunman.
Holy shit!
Mr. Phoenix, did you know something about this? What?
Johnny? None, Desto. Shot?
Somehow, I think this is the present that the man was talking about.
Is present.
Miss Von Karma is one of the top prosecutors in the country at the moment, even though she's lost every case that she's taken since she got here.
That's awesome.
If she disappeared, this would be to your advantage.
This is totally insane. Miss Von Karma, is she alright?
I just fucking learned too, dumbass.
She's alive and in a stable condition.
That's good. Ew. You're...
I thought he'd show up.
Ha! Your Honor, due to the circumstances, Miss Franziska von Karma cannot appear in court today. They're playing the Miles Edgeworth Investigations main theme.
That's awesome.
I, Miles Edgeworth, will be taking her place. The prosecution is ready, naturally.
You're in the wrong fucking place, idiot. God.
You should probably start somewhere else.
Miss Von Karma was shot in her right shoulder and is currently undergoing surgery. Luckily, I have looked at this case over and I'm familiar with the details. The prosecution seeks to prove the guilt of Mr. Matt on guard.
The court acknowledges the prosecution.
Right. I finally found the answer I was struggling for on my long journey the past year. By the time this case comes to an end, you too will know the answer. Now then, the prosecution would like to call its first witness. Please bring Detective Gumshoe to this witness stand. Witness, your name and occupation.
My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm a detective down at the precinct for now.
For now.
After this trial's over, I'm supposed to turn in my badge, sir.
Dick.
The prosecution has no need for a depressed witness. Lift your head up and face forward like a proud officer, Detective Dick Gumshoe.
Yes, sir.
Now, let's have your testimony. If we want to explore the various facets of this case, we must start with that. Get ready, Phoenix. This is going to be a rough fight.
Yeah. You should hug me and put my face in your breast to make me feel better. Oh, sorry, that was a weird thing to say. Show me
your tits. Where do you think that legally falls?
Asking your assistant to show you their tits?
No, but like she's like a 6-year-old, but like her body is changed to like an adult.
Okay, so physically, she's an adult.
100%. Mentally,
she's an adult.
Yeah, 100. But she.
So she's physically and mentally an adult.
But it's still.
You ask the question and you don't like the answer.
But it's so.
You ask the question, you don't like the answer.
So wrong.
You ask the question, you don't like the answer.
But the problem is like the afterwards.
Yeah.
Like what you've done has imprinted a child now.
You don't know that.
You don't know that.
You don't know that. Look, all I'm saying, right?
If the dick don't spit, you must acquit.
Look, all I'm saying.
This murder happened after the hero words of ceremony, sir. Victim Juan Carrito was found in the dead note to him.
You and I nut, therefore dooming me to life in prison.
After looking at him because he was, but we believed definitely murdered, sir. At first, we thought there was something suspicious about the empty guitar case. However, we later found that the guitar case had nothing to do with the murder.
It did. That's objective. It did.
Oh, it didn't, did it?
After the award ceremony ended, the victim was alone in his room.
Yes, sir. Both the victim and the defendant went alone in their room, sir.
I see. This is right. You may begin your process.
I think we just.
I think that it did have something to do with the case.
I think we just. It sounds good to me.
No, it does.
Sounds good to me.
I don't think it sounds good to me.
I mean, to me, it sounds good. I don't see anything wrong with that. First order should be gather more from his testimony.
There might be a trap set up for us somewhere.
Maybe. However, setting off traps is part of a lawyer's job too.
You say so.
Of course, we're supposed to escape from them too, wouldn't you say? Fine.
Fine.
Press.
Hold it! Would you please give us a brief timeline of what happened after the ceremony?
Okay, pal. Ceremony started at 6 p.m. Ended around 8, and then there was a short break. Special post-ceremony show was supposed to start after the lobby, 30 minutes later.
And that's when the victim's body was found, correct?
Which is to say, the murder occurred during the 30-minute break period.
Please continue with our testimony, detective.
Yep. Victim Juan Creed was found dead in his hotel room.
Hold it! The person who discovered the victim's body was Adrian Andrews, correct?
Yeah.
Who is this Adrian Andrews you're talking about?
She's the defendant, Matt on Guard's manager. She's a pretty lady, sir.
She's the...
Oh, shit,
Oh.
honky. So she's a pretty lady. I wonder if she will grace us with her presence.
Dirty old man.
When the post-ceremony show was about to start, she went to go get on guard. After visiting his room, she went to the victim's room for the show, and,
I see. That's when she found the victim's body.
after looking in the,
Hold it! The cause of death, wasn't that because Mr. Corridor was stabbed in the chest?
Mr. Carita, and only a careless amateur would believe so brainless as that.
But he stabs.
Take a good hard look at the crime photo. Now, real pro's attention would be drawn to this here bandana.
Banana.
No, bandana, sir. That's the thing wrapped around his neck.
Banana. Is banana scented banana.
I have no object permanence.
I have no... Yeah, that sounds really good right now.
Seems to be stuck on his victim's chest on purpose without after his death.
We have a crafty murderer on our hands here.
Yep, autopsy report is updated. He did not get stabbed, he was choked.
Hold it!
Hold it!
And why did you think that?
The bitch, hold it!
Because it was empty, pal. Jamie Ninja doesn't go anywhere without his bright red guitar, and we couldn't find it at the scene of the crime.
Oh, then how about this theory? A fan really wanted the guitar and then did the crime to get it. How's that?
We thought of that too, but
Why the fuck are you presenting theories, Uggy?
the only fingerprints on the guitar case were the victims.
Only the victims, huh?
I see.
So much for my theory, then.
Guitar case has been updated, only his fingerprints.
Interessant.
Yep.
Hold it! What convinced you it had nothing to do with the case?
The guitar wasn't in the Gatewater Hotel that night.
Well, then, where was it?
It was found at the TV studio. Victim Juan Carita had apparently only taken the case with him.
Oh, it was a mistake.
You mean you forgot to put the guitar inside of the case?
Yeah, even when he was on stage for the ceremony, he didn't have his guitar.
That guitar case was really empty before he got to the hotel.
Yeah, that's right. So it really had nothing to do with this case after all.
I believe that is enough. First, the victim was choked to death with his bandana. Then, after the victim was dead, the killer deliberately stabbed him with a knife. Which brings me to my next point. Why, then, did the police arrest Matt on guard? Because there was reason enough to suspect him.
Here it comes. Looks like Edgeworth's back in full swing.
Very well, Detective Dick, please testify about this matter.
Yes, sir.
Why arrest on guard?
Matt on guard and Juan were huge rivals of each other. They each thought each other in the guys in his way. That's the motive enough in my book. As for evidence, there's the Jamie Ninja's button. Ripped off the ninja costume was found in Matt on guard's, damn it. The defendants were also found on the knife. Then bought the knife for the crime, so which makes it a premeditated murder.
That's good enough for me.
The defendant's fingerprints were found on the knife used in the meeting.
It was sticky at the handle, so the fingerprints came off pretty clearly, sir.
Sticky, you say?
That's odd.
And there's this button.
That was found in the defendant's clothes, wasn't it? And where is this button also covered in blood?
Yeah, and it was blood is the victim's blood, sir.
What?
Yep, blood on the button.
All of this points very clear to the defendant, doesn't it?
Yes, it most certainly does, Your Honor. Ready to give in yet, Wright?
I'll find the hole in your argument somehow.
You can press as hard as you'd like. Just hurry up with your useless, pointless questions.
Grrr.
Shut up.
Grrr.
This is so weird, because I'm looking at this thing right here, and it's all talking about Powers. Like, Powers is testimonial, but it doesn't make any sense.
This isn't Will Powers.
Yeah, it's a detective, which tells me there's nothing big about it. Yep, they're huge rivals.
Hold it. In terms of popularity, Mr. On Guard won, did he not?
Yeah, but you know what's ironic, pal. Juan Carito was always a step behind Mr. On Guard and everything. This is what I seem to finally caught up, ready for a big showdown.
But Mr. Corridor lost the Grand Prix in the end.
That is too bad. You must have been pretty downhearted after losing.
So I think we now have the knife and the button, correct? Yes, we do. We have the knife and the button. So he says the defendant bought the knife for the crime. Ripped off the button. I think so. Yeah, the defendant's fingerprints were also all over the knife. Defendant bought the knife for the crime, which makes it a premeditated murder. Yeah, that's the problem. We need to present the knife here because this is not his knife. This is the hotel Gatewater's knife.
Objection! Wait a second.
What?
So the basis of the argument is that this was a premeditated murder is simply that my client bought a knife beforehand?
That's right, pal. Defendant,
did not buy this knife.
What?
Take a good look at the handle of the knife and you'll know what I'm talking about.
There's a Gatewater seal set to the handle.
Gatewater, I think I've heard of that name before.
That's the name of the hotel, the Gatewater Hotel.
Uh-oh.
Murder knife was actually property of the hotel, which means this murder was not premeditated.
What a dumb contradiction.
Yeah. Yes, well, that's very true. This is a very big... Well, what is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
I'm sorry, but the defense is simply too careless.
Fuck you.
Ho, ho, ho. I think whether the crime was premeditated or not has already been determined, and now he has a return serve objection theme.
Is this from the investigations game as
Yep.
well?
Yep.
How so?
I admit this knife is hotel property. There is no one currently in the police that is dumb enough not to realize this. Except I didn't,
Not currently on the police force. Lol.
Oh, that's funny. The question is, where did this knife come from?
Why, that's obvious. It came from the victim, Mr. Corridor's room.
Oh, sorry, Your Honor, but that is incorrect. The victim made a last meal before he was murdered, and with that being in the case, I would like to draw the court's attention to what was found at the top of the table.
There's a knife and fork on the table.
The knife's still there.
Then, where in the world did this knife come from?
If it pleases the court, I would like for us to recall the room of the defendant, Mr. Matt on guard. Oh, yeah, it's missing the knife. Especially what was on top of the table. There is something missing. Perhaps it is a single knife? We investigated the leftover dishes for fingerprints, and while we were investigating, we came to the conclusion that Mr. Matt on guard's knife was missing. Mr. On guard had been gone to the victim's room for the knife he had used during dinner. Why would he carry a knife to the visit? To plan a kill, or to kill, of course. And with that, I believe the prosecution has proven this was a premeditated murder.
So did investigations come out between 1 and 2?
I don't think it did. I think it came
So they
after.
just made these themes for Edgeworth in this game.
And then they proceeded to
use
use
them in okay.
Yeah.
Amazing, Mr. Edgeworth. Absolutely brilliant. A brilliant deduced case.
Seems like Edgeworth had this plan from the very beginning.
Your tits are fat. This must be one of those traps, and I just walked into it.
A murder weapon with fingerprints and a button from the victim's costume. There's quite a sizable amount of evidence here.
I can safely say that without any further deliberation of your waste of I'm having a fucking stroke. Although, I wouldn't mind if the defense were to present evidence not yet shown to the court.
Evidence not yet shown?
He means evidence that the court hasn't seen yet. As in other words, new evidence. Yeah, I know. This is the 7th case this is the 8th case I've done at this point.
9th if you count a parallel universe. What does the defense have to say about this, Mr. Wright? Well, this chick, she tried to kill
Phoenix.
herself.
The judge is favoring the prosecution right now. We answer with something wrong here.
That gavel of his will be ringing out to the sound of our defeat.
Mr. Wright, do you have something important and necessary to present to this court?
Actually, I do.
Yeah, this chick, she tried to kill herself. There's one. One piece of evidence that catches my attention. Something that this court has yet to see.
Mr. Wright, I will say this one more time. I do not feel this trial needs to continue at all. However, I'm giving you one chance, and only one.
Only one. What the judge is saying, right, is don't be pulling your usual bluffs here.
If I mess this up, it's curtains for all of us.
Yeah, and infinite penalty.
You may represent once. Now then, what is this important evidence that you must show to the court?
What is the important evidence? Is it the wine glass? Because it's like, oh, it's the one thing that wasn't.
No sign it's been drank.
Take that.
This is a wine glass, is it not?
Please look at the photo of the crime scene one more time. The scene is a mess because of the victim's struggle against his assailant. The vase is broken, his makeup is all over the floor. These were all things that were at one point sitting on top of the dresser.
Well, yes, I see your point.
However, this glass that's sitting on top of the dresser is mysteriously untouched. The only thing that had not fallen over along with everything else is this wine glass.
And it's full.
This piece of evidence is more than strange enough to warrant further consideration. Well, what do you all have to say?
Oh, well, yeah, it is a little peculiar.
Yeah, isn't it? I thought it was.
You can stop looking at me with those puppy dog eyes of yours now. Mr. Edgeworth,
What is it, Your Honor?
your opinion?
You don't need my opinion. Because there is no special meaning to that glass.
What?
It's safe to say that the glass was set there after the crime took place. By the person who discovered the body, Adrian Andrews, for example. She could have easily been so shocked that she set down the wine glass without even looking.
That does seem very plausible, Mr. Wright.
Did Miss Andrews really have set that glass down without thinking?
No, it hasn't been drank from.
I appear weak here, the trial's over. I can look for my proof later. For now, I should trust my instinct to point with certainty.
They might just fall for it if you're thought-provoking enough.
Get out of my head. The defense would like to challenge the prosecution's theory. We would like to see something that proves it was Miss Andrews who set the cup on the table.
You've turned the situation on its head yet again, as usual.
Yeah, do you have
Mr.
proof
Edgeworth,
that...
Do you have any proof to back up your claim?
No way he has any. He's just bluffing.
Unlike Mr. Wright, I never say anything unless I have evidence to support it.
What?
You're not thinking hard enough today, Wright. Did you think this wine glass escaped my notice?
Then...
Of course it has been thoroughly inspected. For fingerprints.
Fingerprints.
There were only one set of fingerprints left on this wine glass.
Only one? Well, whose were they?
They were not the victims. They weren't the defendants. Rather, they were Adrian Andrews.
What?
Uh-oh!
Uh-oh.
SpaghettiOs. That is why the person that discovered the body had left it there. How are we done here, Mr. Wright?
Grr, I can't believe I fell into another trap.
Miss Andrews was probably holding the glass when she went to saw Mr. Carita. But upon seeing his dead body, she was stunned and set the glass down on the dresser.
What you just said makes a lot of sense.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Now you see, Mr. Wright. You can't change any part of my scenario as it explains everything all too well.
Grr.
I've thought long and hard this past year about what it means to be a prosecutor, and from here on out, I will show you the answer I've come to discover.
Wait a second, Mr. Edgeworth. I think the prosecution has provided enough evidence for me to enter my verdict.
Unfortunately, I cannot allow you to pass judgment yet.
The prosecution has yet another witness who would like to hear from. See?
Another witness.
That's how Edgeworth has changed. He's won, but he doesn't care. He wants to know what happened. Yes. Bailiff, please bring in the next witness. What in the world is Edgeworth thinking? Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation. Witness, your name and occupation, please.
Gotcha!
I hate it here.
Oh, Edgy boy, it's been about a year since we last met, hasn't it? You should be more than happy to see me.
I saw the report with her testimony, but who knew it was that under that helmet? It was the Wicked Witch of the witness stand.
I'll tell you, this time I know what I'm supposed to do. So today I'm gonna tell you anything and everything. Even the things that don't have to do with a terrible crime.
Miss Witness, terrible crime is all the court needs to know.
Shush! I'm talking my dear Edgy Wedgy right now. Don't interrupt us, Gramps.
You're older than I am, bitch.
No, by all means interrupt her, please.
I did.
Ahem. Anyways, witness your testimony, please.
It's true what they say. Youth are high-headed nowadays. Not that I mind at all, edgy. Now then, what should I start with?
The witness was on security detail at the hotel the night of the murder. Is this correct, Mr. Oldbag?
It was a great job being able to see my dear rewind. It was almost too much for my little heart to handle.
You mean you were a fan of the victim?
Look, everyone is crazy over that on guard. Say he's cute in a fresh way or something. Not me, I wouldn't say anything so silly. After all, I have no interest in a little child like him. I'm only interested in a real man, a Juan Rita.
But those two were the same age.
Anyway, as I was saying, I was pacing in front of his room that night.
Very well. Please tell us the night of the murder what you saw.
Leave it to me, Edgy Poo.
She said the thing, Edgy Poo.
No, she did not. She didn't say that. That was in your head. You're thinking about it wrong.
Anyway, after ceremony, I went to pace around the hallway.
Yeah, let's skip this so we can read it in the actual thing.
Since I was on someone showed up. It was the man coming out of poor Juan's room. It was on guard, man, on guard. He was trying to sneak his way out of Juan's room.
Saw the costume, idiot. So Mr. Ongard came from the victim's room.
See, has to be him. He's the murderer.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your blah, 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 blah.
What you witnessed.
Let's hit it.
Anyways, after the ceremony,
Yeah, we gotta go to... It was on guard.
since I was on the job, made sure to keep a good eye out for all time. That's when someone showed up. It was a man coming out of the poor Juan's room.
It was on guard.
Ah.
He was trying to sneak... Yeah, so we need a presser on that. Why? How did you know it was him?
Hold it. You saw my client? Are you sure about that?
Yesy.
Really?
No, I'm bad. When I say I saw one, I saw that person.
Why do I get a sense of deja vu? Maybe to avoid a mess like the last time, I should delve into this a bit further.
Can you, maybe tell us about the clothes they were wearing?
Please tell the court about the man's clothes in more detail.
What a troublesome man you are. Really, as if something like that matters.
But it does.
Now what was it? Oh, yeah. It was that thing.
What thing?
That gaudy thing he's always wearing. That racing jacket.
He was wearing it at the Ascension Center, too.
That thing's meant for nothing for to seduce the women out of their pantaloons. Men.
Right.
Oh, Mr. Wright. Was this testimony just now important or relevant in any way?
Yes! It's
Absolutely.
very important. You're lying.
Of course it was important, Your Honor.
Objection! And perhaps you two would like to point out what part of that testimony is important.
Don't you see it, Edgeworth? Your Honor, I request what the witness said about the jacket be appended to her testimony.
I don't suppose it's saying, but yeah, sure, I guess.
Ah, well, I like badmouth anyone without reason, but if I must.
He was wearing his racing jackets, all for show. I believe the Jammin' Ninjas.
Was found in his Sakama.
Wait, what is the. Right? The. Ripped from his costume?
Found in his Sakama.
Oh, yeah, it was found in his costume, yeah.
Objection. This old bag.
What? Don't say my name for no reason.
Do you know what this is?
An egg, obviously.
Oh, I hate it. I hate her. I want to kill her.
Give it here, give it here. If you don't give it to me, I'll punish you with this.
Ooh, I'm not paid enough. I'm not paid enough. I'm not paid enough. This button was discovered on Mr. OnGuard's body during a full body surgery.
See? This button proves now without a doubt it was that rascal on guard.
It was caught up in the pleats of his Nickel Samurai Hakama pants.
See? And on guard is the Nickel Samurai.
Witness. Now, it may just be me, and I do have an active imagination, but just now, didn't you say that the defendant, Matt OnGuard, was wearing his usual racing jacket?
I'm so sorry. Sorry that you judge people based on what they wear. If I wore the trendiest dress, maybe what you remember. But look at happening. You're the greatest, look at the idiots, right? I'm just able to go show no let me tell you. It's having so happy. I wish I could switch and see these again. But I'm keeping it a dream life with all the kids out there. I'm going to show my face, don't you? Understand? Now you're particularly the married, the closer to the district seconds to the document of the curly. You're sitting by the edge, but he's got
Shut the fuck up. Damn, bitch.
Fucking
Fuck.
skank,
Get outta here.
shut your mouth.
Hate you. Well, Mr. OnGuard, the Nickel Samurai.
But when you think about it, they're really one and the same anyway.
Miss Oldbag, this is a very important point we're talking about.
Yeah, Boo, do you think so too?
Well, it might be something worth thinking about.
Just say it's important and agree with me for a change.
Well, just think carefully and try to remember as much as you can before you testify.
All right, if you insist.
I should be the one sighing, not you.
Oh, who did I see exactly?
I'm curious.
On guard. Yes, now I remember. The Nickel Samurai, that's right. It was the Nickel Samurai I saw. Yes, it would have been convenient for him to wear the costume during the murder. He had to go to that post-ceremony stage show right after the crime, you know. So he must have worn that Nickel Samurai costume when he was stabbing poor Juan.
Oh, no.
I hate it here. I knew it. I'm gonna fucking lose it. I knew you'd say he was inside that costume.
What? Did you think it could have been someone else in it?
Oh! Dude!
Don't be such a bad little boy thinking such rude things.
Bailiff, stop Mr. Wright. He's choking the witness.
But the possibility does exist.
Right, put her down.
Well, you want this too, Edgeworth. You know it.
Ah, you young'un today. I told you. Always try to choke someone who don't need it.
How do you know that?
Because I said so, and that is the truth.
Mr. Wright, you may blah, 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 no witness.
Mr. Wright, you may fucking shoot the witness.
You may choke her. I'm not.
Bailiff, steal her ovaries.
What the fuck?
On guard. Now I remember.
Yeah, so, we need to wait for that Nickel Samurai. That's right. Yep. Yeah, so present the knife. Wait, what was his, yeah, I gotta press her on this.
Hold it. Be a little more careful with your testimony, please. Not too long ago, you said he was wearing his racing jacket, and now he's not.
Not too long ago. Then let me think about this, you itty bitty. What was your grand dream?
Huh?
What did you want to be when you grew up, whippersnapper?
Dream, huh? I wanted to be a Judge Wagner here of the public court. So what?
See? And look where you are now. You're not Judge Wagner, are you?
Guess not.
What I say earlier. Who puts any weight into things like that?
Ooh, I'm gonna kill her! I'm gonna kill her!
But now is it
Why
visible
is that
to
even
us?
stop me? I'm gonna kill her! I'm gonna kill her! I'm gonna snap!
All that matters is that man was inside that costume. Isn't that enough?
God, I hate her so much.
Yeah, so we would have just gotten an achievement that says Judge Wagner's. So he must have been the one that was wearing it, is what we need to wear now. So he must have been, yep, that's the one. Now we need to present the knife. So he must have been the one stabbing Juan, huh?
Objection!
How? His fingerprints were on the knife, were they not? But he's wearing
Take a look at this.
He's wearing a costume, though?
Yeah, so it's not a big deal. You're trying to scare me with that. I'll have you know it won't work.
That's not my intent. Maybe it is. I was not that was used in murder, correct? Your Honor, do you know why this piece of evidence is important to this case? You don't have
Is that what you're driving at?
That's exactly what I'm driving at. What are we driving on? And whose car are we driving?
I lack object permits. How'd I get this job?
If Mr. On Guard is really in the Nickel Samurai costume at the time of the murder, then it's impossible for his fingerprints to have been left on this knife. Actually, he would have wiped off all fingerprints on his knife right off.
Boy, fingerprints were planted.
Oh, that's right. The Nickel Samurai wears gloves, doesn't he?
Objection!
He probably took his gloves off before he began the stabbing.
Objection! And why would he do something like that? To leave his prints on the murder weapon? There's no way he would do something like that.
However, there's a possibility.
Then let's hear your possibility.
It's very simple. The defendant went to the victim's room while in costume as the Nickel Samurai. At that time, the defendant held no intent to murder. He was probably just going to relax and talk with the victim about the stage show. Which is why he took his gloves off.
The murder still did take place.
It's well known that the defendant and the victim had blood drawn between them.
Yeah, I heard that. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say about Mr. Edgeworth's theory?
Let me get this straight.
Edgeworth's
theory
not.
Goes like this. When the defendant went to the victim's room, he had no intentions of killing him. Now, up to this point, are there any problems with this theory? Yeah.
There is a contradiction!
This theory contradicts something in an earlier testimony.
What are you babbling about?
Now, for argument's sake, let's suppose Mr. On Guard was the killer. If that's the case, I think it's impossible for the killer to have gone to the victim's room without intent.
Why is it, Brandon?
Well, it's because he brought the knife from his own room.
Exactly. He brought his...
Presenting the knife a third time.
Because he brought
that.
Yeah, they were
This
just talking
knife,
over...
This was used by Mr. On Guard at dinner.
Yes, we did establish that.
Which means that if my client was, in fact, the killer, and he brought this knife with him when he went to visit Mr. Corridor.
I suppose.
However, you just said it yourself. At that time, the defendant held no intent to murder. If that were true, then why would he bring a knife? He wouldn't, would he?
They could be sharing dinner together.
Bitch! Gay. Which means, Mr. Edgeworth, your theory was flawed from supposition 1.
Ooh.
And one more thing. You're gay. If the murderer was wearing the costume at the time of the murder, then there should be glove marks left on the knife. Which means the defendant's fingerprints shouldn't be all over it as if it was a beehive. And that brings me to my final point. This knife was planted by the to hide their intent and mislead us.
Judge, give him a chance. He's flustered. Don't worry about it.
Order, I say. Order in the part. Was this knife really planted by the killer? Why would the murderer do such a thing?
To frame him! That's to frame my client, Mr. On Guard, of course.
To frame.
Objection! Aren't you forcing your interpretation just a little too hard?
It's just as likely. Objection, fucking dumbass. Well, we just established that the witness saw the Nickel Samurai in costume. And if that were true, then there shouldn't be a single fingerprint on this knife.
Witness!
Looks like I made your life a bit more difficult, huh, Edgy?
Witness, did you or did you not really see the Nickel Samurai?
Well, I guess at first I might have forgotten, but...
I'm not even surprised at this point. Are you saying he mixed up him with his character?
I mean, I really can't do anything about that. Look, I was waiting around the front door because, well, I wasn't waiting for the secret samurai, that's for sure.
Huh? He wasn't waiting for the nickel samurai. All right, then who were you waiting around for then?
That's top secret to anyone outside of security.
I have a feeling you were waiting for Mr. Juan Corrida. Am I correct, madam?
The way you think, you were sad amateur with a terrible case of nearsightedness.
I mean, she's not wrong.
Amateur? Me? What am I an amateur of? Being a judge?
The old bag was waiting around in front of the victim's room, but it doesn't sound like she was waiting to catch a glimpse of Mr. Corridor.
Not even slightly. Maybe Phoenix. Maybe Old Bag was waiting around for that person.
If that's who I think Mia's hinting at, it's certainly possible. This old bag. You were waiting for this person to come out of the victim's room, weren't you? Waiting for
Adrian
hot one.
Andrews.
Take that!
Who is this person?
This is Adrian Andrews, Mr. Onguard's manager.
Why would the defendant's manager be in the victim's room?
It seems that this is the latest rumor in circulation, Your Honor.
Oh, this is... I see.
The judge seems to be really into the article, if it can be called such a thing.
And this manager with the initials AA, are you saying it's...
Adrian Andrews, without a doubt. The witness thought so as well.
Looks like you found me out. Well, that's fine. I can throw away this little sworn to confidentiality stuff.
Witness? What in the world are you?
Watch out, Phoenix. I've got a bad feeling about this. Very bad
Oh, like
feeling.
Star Wars!
I've got some information, some very secret information for an important sauce. So that's why I'm doing my own little investigation in secret, of course.
But what for?
Oh, just for myself, personal reasons and all that.
Well, Mr. Edward,
That makes sense to me. Go ahead.
how will you proceed from here?
I really don't want to do this. However, I simply can't let the point slide.
I see. Very well then, witness, please testify about this secret information.
Get ready. This is gonna take you youngins out. Take the wind out of you youngins.
I fucking hate it here, honestly. I want to quit.
No, you don't, Phoenix. You love it here.
I love your tits, Mia, but that's fucking the only thing right
That
now.
on guard is
keeping
an evil,
me
evil man. You thought
Okay, yeah, so we gotta, we go through this. Yeah, you can send it close. It cannot be done with dirty tricks, so I take, yeah. Top secret, you got that? No one does, but you just know. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
All this is just blabber.
The
All
defendant
of
and
it.
his manager? What a distasteful topic for this court.
what? Gossip? Is anyone there saying the truth is never present?
Never heard that one before.
Mr. Edward, what about this Adrian Andrews person?
We've looked into this matter and found that the truth the article proposes is in fact baseless gossip.
I intimidated her.
But should this be true? And this proves that the defendant did bear ill will towards the victim.
That means I have to smash this rumor once and for all.
Now then, Mr. Wright, you might... Blah, 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 blah.
Be careful. That old bag seems rather excited right now.
That's right. On guard, nothing but average foul-blooded youth.
Well, as the old saying goes, if something smells, it's usually the butts. Time to fire up the afterburners.
As they
and
say,
hit the
I gotta
highway
light
to
this
the
woman
danger
on
zone.
fire.
As the old saying goes, me at balls.
Me at balls.
Me at balls.
Me at balls!
She can't be here. Yeah, he's evil.
Evil,
so
evil
yada
man.
yada.
Yeah. Thought he could ruin poor one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've heard this. We've heard
Manager getting
this.
close with one. That's
Can't
not
done
true.
dirty tricks. So to go. Oh, and this is top secret. Excuse me?
Huh? Hold it. Wait.
What? I'm a busy woman. Tea time with kids is over.
Secret information that no one else knows yet. If that's true, then how do you know this secret information?
Well, that's because I'm a bro. Yes, that's it. It's secret. Even I can drill a hole in my brain. You'll never find out.
How in the world did that old bat get a secret piece of information?
Okay. We need to present evidence.
So no one else is supposed to know this secret information, correct? If that's true, then why do you know it, Miss Oldbag?
Why are you looking at me like that? Stop it.
Witness. I'm sad to say it, but this is how you found out the secret, isn't it?
Yikes.
Ah. Take that! The investigative photographer, Lotta Hart.
Oh, yes, I remember that mischievous girl.
She reported she had lost a certain note she had written to herself.
She reported such a thing?
On that piece of paper, she had written down some of her impressions about the relationship between the victim and Miss Andrews.
Ooh. What? Outrageous ideas, you say?
No. I said impressions.
Uh-oh. Objection.
Then everything written on this piece of paper is completely meaningless.
Nah, that's it. That's the note. It's impacts. It's a suicide note. We found it.
This is something completely different. This is my top tier list of groceries to buy.
And you were the one who took Miss Hart's note.
I'm just a huge fan of Ron's, that's why. That famous hair-perfumed whippersnapper. She's working with that evil on guard. She said so herself. On guard. I'm his sidekick. She was all happy, smiling like a silly duck. I was the only one checking what she had written. Actually, you believe me, don't you? Yeah, I was only trying to help out an angel like I am. It's the only little piece of paper I've never taken one of those before.
You really should come out with your only supply of cheese to match your vintage wine.
That's pretty funny. Well, every the paper. I suppose I'm gonna have to execute you after this trial.
No.
She looks like she's not sorry at all. Should I forgive her? Fuck no!
Pile on pressure.
If I let up on her now, she'll get away. I have to find some way to inflict a deafening blow to the prosecution. Witness. You said the only thing you stole was that note. Is this correct?
Stole? We got this in my cloak. Go careful, you little brat. I saved this piece of paper from the terrible lonely trash can, that's all.
That's not. You're lying, damn it, and I can prove it.
Oh, shit.
He said he's pissed. He's royally pissed. That's hilarious.
Are you putting my credibility on security again?
You have no credibility, whore. Miss Oldbag.
Your Honor, I request that we strike the witness's name from the record and refer to her only as cunt from now on.
We're only his bitch. I don't
This-
listen. This is the only thing you stole that night. Take that.
You
Miss Oldbag.
stole a camera.
That note was with a camera inside its case, wasn't it?
Chimera?
Yesterday, Lotta Hart was raising a huge stink over her camera. She kept saying something like, "My sweeties, my $1,600 camera disappeared on me."
Why, witness!
What is it, Gramps?
If you have the note, then it's only logical that you have the camera too.
Yeah. Looks like you found me out again, Sonny. Is this the camera you're looking for?
You fucking stole evidence.
Ooh, I'm gonna kill her. I'm gonna kill her. I'm gonna kill her.
What? Even though I look like this, I'm still a person, you know. I still eat meatballs like you have fun. Shit.
Me at balls.
Me at balls. I saw that woman's business card, and that's when I noticed it and said, "Slimy celebrity photographer extraordinaire." When I saw that, I just knew she had some sort of picture she took, and I'm a professional security guard. It's my business to know things.
Bailiff,
Kill her.
kill her. Execute her now. We must examine them at once.
So she's been withholding a photo.
Well, Mr. Edworth, what do we have?
There's only one photo that seems to be relevant to this case.
Please present it to the court.
Shit. Them some baggy ass
Nickel
pants.
Samurai.
What a thin and baggy ass person.
See, I told
Almost
you,
like
that's the
they're
guy I
small.
saw.
Almost like they're short.
Almost like they're too short for the costume.
It's crazy.
This proves that the witness was not lying earlier about this matter. What does all this mean, Mr. Edworth?
This photo by itself does not prove the person is the defendant. However, in his own confession, Mr. On Guard clearly stated that at the time of the murder, he was still in his nickel samurai costume.
that is the case, then this Nickel Samurai is.
The defendant.
How did it come to this? I think this brings us to the end. We've examined every piece of evidence thoroughly. Final comments, Mr. Wright? The court will consider them before we close.
Uh.
Do you agree that this photo is decisive evidence against your client?
Do you think that this ends your case?
If the photo really is, if I raise an objection here and blow it, then I would put Maya's life in jeopardy. I can't make a mistake here. There's only one road out of this mess. This photo that Lotta took, there's absolutely something strange with it.
What's strange about it? There's nothing wrong with it.
There's something strange with this photo.
It says save here because getting the next bit wrong is an immediate game over.
Well,
okay.
we're not gonna get it wrong though. We got it right.
Yeah. I knew this was coming, right?
Your thoughts, Mr. Edgeworth?
I think we can all agree there is nothing strange with this photo. There is no way for the defense to debunk this photo, even with a bunker buster.
Debunk with a bunker buster? Is that what you're planning to do, Mr. Wright?
Anyway, please look at the photo one more time.
Do you really believe you can honestly find something wrong with this photo? And you should only need one chance, correct?
Fucking sure, I guess. Why not at this point? I've been through enough bullshit already today. It's fucking 10 a.m. I have 15 migraines right now.
All simultaneously.
It's all out of focus. Why can't you take a good shot, especially when it counts?
Now then, let's say your objection. What about this photo is strange?
Okay. I need to choose the white part on the front of the left foot. So the white part in front of the left foot.
That's the right foot. The left foot's the other foot.
the white
White
part.
part on the front of the left foot.
Like that. Oh, that right. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, it's torn.
Yeah, that's odd.
Yeah. Right there. Right there. You gotta get this exactly right or it's an instant game over.
That's awesome.
And we get the bad ending. Right there.
Take that! I would like to direct the court's attention to this one area right here.
What are you pointing to? His ankles?
If you could see this person's ankle, that would be one thing. However, you can't.
And what does this mean?
The Nickel Samurai in this photo could not have been Mr. On Guard.
What is the meaning of this?
Objection! I wonder if you'd care to elaborate with actual facts, that is.
Let's take a look at the Nickel Samurai's poster, bitch.
Yeah, he's too tall.
Please pay particular attention in the area around the bottom of the Hakama.
His socks. You see his socks.
Exactly. However, in this photo, Nickel Samurai is clearly holding his Hakama up just to walk. There's only one explanation for this. The person inside this costume is clearly much shorter than the defendant.
Yikes.
Got him. All right. Fucking airtight. I think I've turned things around for myself this time.
That's curious.
Huh? What is?
Edgeworth is usually calm, unusually calm today.
Damn it!
He's just letting the trial run itself, as if he's the only one along for the ride.
Along for the ride? What do you mean by that?
You can only think that perhaps he doesn't feel under attack at all.
Doesn't feel under attack? Then he's not taking any damage?
Mr. Edgeworth, where does this leave us? And the person in this photo is not mad on guard. And everything the prosecution has tried to prove has become meaningless.
I thought it would come to this.
I fucking hate it here.
Right, I have something I want to ask you. I think you've proven that the person inside this costume is not mad on guard. In that case, who is the photo of?
Adrian. The fucking bitch. The whore. Whatever we want to call her. The person inside wearing the Nickel Samurai costume.
Don't stress out over this, Phoenix. It's very simple. What you should be focusing on is Edgeworth's attitude, don't you think?
Yeah. Why is he so calm?
Mr. Wright, let's hear your thoughts. Who was the person in this photograph?
That's some pretty long hair for a pretty long lady.
Take that!
Adrian Andrews.
If you want to know who that nickel samurai is, it's none other than this woman.
And why would you say it'd be Miss Andrews? What in the world points you to her?
For starters, she's short, and she can freely move in and out of Engarde's room. Finally, she had dinner with Mr. Engarde that night.
And how does this all add up?
It means that it makes it very easy for her to get a certain item. A certain knife. Mr. Engarde's fingerprints all over it.
The knife that was used as the murder weapon.
Why don't you just say what it is you want, Wright?
I have to do this now. This is my last chance to turn things around.
The
defense motions to indict Miss Adrian Andrews in the murder of one corridor. It was Miss Andrews who tried to frame the defendant for the crime.
Oh.
Order! 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 A book like this trial has had most unexpected development. Mr. Edgeworth,
Yes, Your Honor.
this court is issuing a subpoena for Miss Adrian Adams. A verdict cannot be passed without hearing her testimony.
Alright, this is it.
This is kind of bad for us.
What do you mean?
Adrian Andrews is summoned to court as a witness. It means that the trial will go on for another day.
One more day? Ack!
Yeah, we gotta finish it in the day.
If I don't get a verdict today, then Maya...
Now then, I'll set Miss Andrews' testimony for tomorrow.
What am I supposed to do? The judge is about to adjourn the court.
Objection! Objection!
Now then,
Objection! Please, Your Honor, continue the trial. You must pass a verdict today.
No.
no. We're going to hear Miss Andrews' testimony if she is not.
Hold it!
I abhor wasting such valuable time.
Edgeworth?
Your Honor, I request that you please continue with today's trial.
But we cannot continue to this unexpected development.
Tisk tisk. Unexpected development. I think you underestimate me, Your Honor.
And what do you mean by that?
That Mr. Nick Phoenix would slave away the subpoenaing Miss Adrian Andrews is happening according to plan, even if Wright was a bit slow to catch on.
What?
What? Donnie? It looks like she's pointing the gun to her head.
I'll fucking do it! I'll do it!
Please.
Miss Adrian Andrews is currently waiting in the prosecution lobby. He's the next witness.
Everything was planned out in advance by that man?
Somehow I knew there was no way Edgeworth was overlooking Miss Andrews. Looks like this battle is far from over. Exactly.
Very well. We will call the next witness. However, before we proceed, we shall take a 10-minute recess. Will you prepare your witness in that time, Mr. Edgeworth?
The court will now take a 10-minute recess.
Recess. Oh, I'm sorry for that.
Oh yeah. 10-minute recess. Next episode,
No way.
part 2.